Hi everyone, let's talk about heat pumps. So we just went through air conditioning units for residential, and let's talk about the type of heat pump that a residential application would use. And there's many different types of heat pumps, but let's talk about the residential style so we can build upon those to eventually talk about heat pump water heaters and VRF systems. So to recap real quick, same system. We have a blower fan that's going to blow air up through an A coil, and this A coil has refrigerant cycling through it. That then the refrigerant goes out to the condensing unit outside. Condenser condenses the refrigerant. It goes through a coil, so when the refrigerant is condensed, it heats up further. Then it exchanges heat with the ambient air, and ambient air is cooler, even though it might be 90 degrees outside. Ambient air is cooler than the refrigerant, so it rejects heat, goes through an expansion valve. Expansion valve lets it rapidly expand, so it cools down, and it goes back inside to the house and goes through that coil again. So that cold refrigerant comes back to heat back up, and it's a cycle. A heat pump out of the condensing unit has a reversing valve. And what that reversing valve does is it changes the cycle from here to go backwards in heating mode. So we're generating heat. So we're gonna send hot refrigerant back inside. And that hot refrigerant has cold air hidden it, goes through the A coil, cold air comes up, exchanges the heat. Now the refrigerant's a little bit colder because it's lost energy. That colder refrigerant then comes down into the expansion valve, and we're gonna expand it, make it even colder. We wanna give it more space. And because when it's going outside, in Iowa, let's say it's 35 degrees out, if we can get that refrigerant down to 25 degrees, we can pick up 10 degrees. We can absorb energy from the outside. So we heat up the refrigerant a little bit, and then we go to the condenser and we condense it to heat it up even further. And we send it inside, and then we're able to run it through that coil because it's hot now, and the air goes across it. So same principle, just in reverse. And that's how a heat pump works. It gives you both heating and cooling. We use these all the time in commercial applications, but I just put one in my house because I'm actually out in the country and I'm on propane, and propane prices can be very volatile. And so this is nice because I have a propane fired furnace, and I also have this heat pump so I can play the utility game. That's why they're recommended for residential. But we'll discuss this more in commercial aspects and water heaters soon. Thanks.